Alright, y'all, so Texan Shenron is a character I'm very excited to use. I've heard a lot of really good things about this guy, and just from looking at his kit, I think he's going to be quite powerful. Of course, we do have him at fully rainbow status, 100% level 10, stuff like that. Those are the equips I did choose for him on the screen. Some defense equip there, but mostly like additional stuff like that. This is stuff I gave him a very long time ago. I would say, if you're building this guy now, additionals and dodge make a lot of sense because he does actually end up getting guaranteed crit in his kit. And he makes rainbow orbs for him to be able to do that, right? So the good thing about Tech Omega, or Texan Shenron, my bad, is that he can essentially get 100% reduction depending on how your rotations go. So again, right here we have Esther Rosé locked, and last turn we had LR Omega Shenron. This guy does get 40% damage reduction on his first appearance. Then on top of that, he also gets 20% damage reduction when you collect both 2 or more key spheres and 4 or more key spheres. Now, basic math will tell you that is an 80% damage reduction buff. But the LR Megas, again, keep in mind they do actually give us an extra 10% damage reduction to for 2 turns to GT bosses. This guy is on that team, so if you have 2 Omegas around and they both activate their passives, then you actually could have this guy with 100% reduction. Now, on this turn specifically, he's going to have a 90% damage reduction, which is still very powerful, it's just not as good. So we grab all 8 of these key spheres, and now he is fully powered up. He just needs to get 7 or more key spheres, and as a rainbow orb changer, it becomes pretty easy for him to get everything that he wants to in order for him to look very good. So he also does get 50% attack and defense per key sphere obtained when attacking, and that shoots up to 350%, which again does total out to 7 orbs. So really important that you get this guy his 7 key spheres. That's just going to be massive. Now, starter turn defense is obviously nothing really crazy, but once he actually does attack, he does shoot up to a pretty significant, 3.3 million defense after he gets his super attacks off. At 6 key spheres, he also launches a guaranteed additional super, and he has a built-in high chance for an additional super attack. So again, he could theoretically do 4 in a turn, and on this turn, if he does do 4, he shoots up to 5 million defense post super, is how the math will work out there, which is very good. But again, he could be in a better spot, I think, in this situation where we have both the Omegas. But let's see. So I mean, instant super is definitely not good. If he dies here, it's probably because of Omega, because Omega does actually buff Rose by hitting him with the AoE, which is really annoying. But okay. He lives, dude. Look at that. That's really nasty. He just straight up lived with just 90% reduction. Now that is a huge look, because again, I mean, it shows you firstly the difference between obviously even just still 100% reduction and 90% based on the amount of defense you have. Like, I've said this before, but you could have 90% damage reduction as a character, but if you have like 2 defense, it doesn't actually matter. Ooh, we die though, unfortunately, due to the in Shadow Dragons. But that's fine. I mean, that was a pretty good look, honestly, for the Texan Shenron, though. I definitely will take that. And again, we could have had, I don't know, like if Aegyo Rose, now if Aegyo Rose was there, we for sure would have died, right? But very strong first showing for this guy here. What do we look like with these rotations? Again, we have a rotation with STR Omega here. Actually, I want to see who's gonna get locked here. STR Omega, not really the best, honestly. I really would like for me to be able to keep Texan. Who's coming around? Nova? Yeah, I mean, this is not really great. I could cheat and use a Senzu Bean, because I want to put him in like a danger kind of spot, if that makes sense. Like, I want to use the LR Mega's like domain, and I want to put this guy in a bit of a dangerous spot and see what he's going to be able to do. Just because I'm definitely interested in that. So again, for testing purposes, we're gonna do this so we can make sure we keep more. Actually, I could just also reset until we get a more favorable kind of rotation here, because I would also like to show off the 100% reduction, but let's just go forward with this kind of rotation here again. Everyone's telling me you gotta attack Goku Black first in this fight, and I think that's a very fair strategy because physical Mega does so much damage. It's actually really insane. And the one thing about the Tech Sin is that when he attacks, he does a debuff the attacked enemies attack and defense by 20% for 2 turns. You have to grab 7 key spheres for that. I actually don't know if that is with every attack he does or just one attack, because I haven't tested him to see that. That could make him a lot better if that is the case. But again, we're going to use the domain here. We're just going to see a pretty nice attack stat from him is kind of the idea, because STR Mega is also giving him a huge amount of support. And even if Goku Black supers before, I don't think it's going to be... Well, firstly, this guy wouldn't die. And secondly, STR Mega would not die to the AoE. That's in like slot 2. And we're also going to debuff him with the 18 key, or with the 12 key here, right? So that's really nice. There's a greatly lower attack debuff. One of the actions are disabled, so let's see what this AoE does. Should be not... Well, he dodged it with the 3 dodge anyway, so it doesn't even matter. No super attack. I really want Goku Black to super here. I would love to see what the super attack does to this Sin Shenron. Keep in mind, he's also guaranteed critting as long as he grabs, I believe, 5 or more key spheres. He will get guaranteed crits, so that's really, really important. And at 6 key spheres is where his guaranteed additional super is. So, yeah, that plus he has a 50% chance to just launch another high chance super, like I said earlier. He could theoretically do 4. I cannot tell if he's debuffing this guy, actually, multiple times. I don't know if he is, but let's see. Double digits right there, obviously very good for that. I mean, with 90% reduction post-attacking, he's very strong in that turn. I actually do wish I guess it doesn't really matter, like, to just keep attacking Rose at this point. I guess I kind of wish that I stopped attacking him here, because another thing we gotta consider, I guess, is STR Mega's lowering attack by 40%, so that's obviously very, very tough. So again, we're gonna attack. I want to save the STR orbs to heal a little with Rose. It's kind of my idea here. Oh, we can grab this. Perfect. And Shadow Dragons also do debuff too. So, I mean, yeah, this is looking like a very smooth, clean run. And this happens a lot. But, you know, let's say if we had Nova this turn, I think Nova would... maybe, you know, would be fine. I mean, well, Nova Shenron has like 2 defense and way less damage reduction. So, I've had Nova in many, many runs die to AoEs from this guy. I still probably we're gonna hop in with one more attempt here. Is what I want to see as well, but I think we're pretty good because I'm actually quite sure we could kill Rose here. Zamasu not getting hit either. Really nice. Okay. And then, well, I mean, we'll see if LR Rose dies. That would suck. Because Goku Black, when he raises his attack, he kind of like, I don't know how exactly it works, but not necessarily like negates the... How do I explain it? Like, it's not like he negates the like debuffs that he received. Ooh, bad additional luck there. Well, let's see. No super attack. Okay, good. We're good. We're good. No, there is a super. If we die here, that sucks. That would really, really bad. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this is what again. This is what I'm saying about this team, that I feel like a lot of people like. I did get bad luck with the additional, but we wouldn't have killed anyways. Like, I guess if my Omega was Rainbow, this is a situation where if my Omega had dupes in him, he could have killed. Or maybe if, you know, the friend Omega got an additional super, and it's RNG at that point, right? But these things can happen where you attack him a lot. A lot of people were telling me, just attack Goku Black. Just attack Goku Black. Everything's fine. That is not how things kind of play out with this team a lot. And again, I really do like the team. I think it's very put together, coherent. It's really strong. There are issues that appear that I feel like, not that people are straight up like ignoring them, but I'm like I've seen a lot of talk about this team like it's invincible. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Cue the invincible title screen. Okay, we're gonna keep Texan on rotation though. And again, this could be another turn where I attack Goku Black, but like I'm really scared because, again, I attack Goku Black, he supers the end, STR Omega is probably dead. Especially if we use the domain. So firstly, I don't even want to use the domain here because the domain could be very devastating too. Because again, a lot of people are saying attack Black, right? It's really, really imperative to go ahead and do that. And you don't necessarily want to use Omega's domain here either in most situations. I did because it looked favorable that last turn, and again, I wanted to see the attack stats. But let's go ahead and see what Sin does without, like, let's say, the domain support. It's like a huge difference, right? So again, we only need 7 key spheres, so I'm gonna try and save some of these rainbow key spheres, and then we'll let STR Omega do his thing at the end. We are lowering attack by 40% thanks to STR Omega regardless though, so we're pretty safe. I'm looking at next turn into Shadow Dragons right there in slot 1. They get locked, we're screwed over. We can get locked out of getting big bad bosses. Like there's like one thing I really wish Nova had is big bad bosses. I think big bad bosses would have been a huge addition to that guy. And you know, like, okay, Novas usually don't get big bad bosses, but I think it's kind of stupid that a character on a GT bosses team doesn't have big bad bosses personally, except maybe like Rildo, I guess. But I mean, even then, like, I feel like the Shadow Dragons kind of like, especially like Nova and Ice, kind of like stand above the rest anyways. Like, if you want to say like Natron, Shenron shouldn't get big bad bosses, you know what? At the end of the day, sure, but still, I'm like, I feel like the Shenrons, kind of like the last 3, Ice, Nova, and Sin, all getting big bad bosses would make sense to me. That's not really that big of a deal. We're not going to take damage here, of course. I mean, post super with 90% damage reduction. One thing that's really good about Sin is that he is literally just invincible on the first turn himself. Like, he is really good here. Goku Black might just super us at the end, by the way, which will be really funny, and it'll prove my point again. We would live here, now that we're not attacking Goku Black, but again, if like Goku Black supers here, we would die if we just kept attacking him, right? But you know, let's see. Zamatsu's almost dead though. Look, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, if we attacked Goku Black, he would have died here because the attack raise would have gone past it. 13k is really good though, since we obviously didn't buff him that much. Luckily, again, Omega, like, if we don't focus that much on Goku Black, like, Omega hitting him once is not the biggest thing. Yeah, see, this is unfortunate. Like, this is what I'm saying. We got locked out of this. I mean, I put Nova here. I'm pretty sure Nova just dies to the AoE straight up. Even though we'll get big bad bosses, I'm pretty sure Nova just straight up dies. Like, you're gonna see the amount of damage Nova's gonna take in this AoE. It's not going to be pretty. That's for sure. We'll grab this here with you. We luckily get some healing. And then LR Omega. Again, I also don't want to use a domain here because it's gonna buff quite a bit, but let's see here. Alright. Yep, 100k. 570. Again, the first AoE, keep in mind, hits harder, so look. I mean, okay, look, what was I gonna really do here? Nothing. I think in many situations, this is unfortunate, but this is why I wanted Nova. Like, one of my, like, it's not necessarily like Nova's job to have to do it, obviously, because like if I could have put Omega there, we would have, and we would have been fine. But one thing about the Goku Black team is I feel like there's a lot of characters on that team that could run slot 1 pretty comfortably compared to like the Shadow Dragon kind of center setup. I feel like you know, AGL clone has all the what's it called, like all that dodge. We have, I mean, people don't like me saying this, they laugh at it, but with Fusion Zamasu on the team, and even with the clones on the team, Broly Trio's actually able to pretty easily get 7 key spears if you set up your orbs properly. Again, yeah, we're also not getting turns where we can get the 100% reduction, which is very unfortunate. But there's also like even the physical clone, I think could actually be like a pretty decent character there. But yeah, so you can hear we're obviously not going to be attacking Goku Black. I'm scared that we're gonna die at the end. No Omega, unfortunately. That's how the rotations played out. So I'm just gonna skip until we might see what we need to see. But yeah, I'm gonna say I like this team. I think it's a very fun team to use. But I think that it gets really badly countered by the stages with the locking and Omega powering up Goku Black is no help in any shape at all. You know, I think you know what's really funny though. If I had Agil Omega on the team instead of STR Nova, we would have actually lived there because we would have gotten Agil Omega's revive. I do want to do a video for Agil Omega, but yeah, if Nova got defense when receiving an attack compared to when attacking, because a lot of characters like, you know, I think literally LR Omega, the new LR Omega himself, gets defense when receiving an attack, right? Let me take a look here. Yeah, when keys 18 or more, defense 150% when receiving an attack on 150% when attacking. Like, Nova should have had that in his kit, where again, when he's at 18 key or more, he gets 200, or when he's attacking with 14 key or more, he gets 244% attack and defense, and 24% reduction after attacking. Like, he should have had that when receiving an attack, because otherwise he has 0% reduction outside of anything Omega's given him. Like, okay, let's say 10 to 20% damage reduction is what he would have there. And actually, how much did you take here? Worth 35, yeah. Luckily, we know that. Okay, so that's good. That's actually that was the Shenrons. Okay, they ate that pretty well. Okay, without all that reduction, I'll take that. Yeah, again, here we are again with Nova. Yeah, unfortunate, because like we also need to grab all these same type words. Like we might die here. We might die here. I don't know why my voice like did that, but it just did that. The reason why you might die is because Nova will die to the AoE. So we'll see. Honestly, maybe I should just start throwing AJ Omega on here. Okay. I think we die here actually still, because I mean we saw how much he took last time, but yeah, 500k. Still, that's really good. Like for type disadvantage, pretty super again. Obviously, 90% reduction is huge, but like that's very powerful. I do want to get a turn where we have like the full 100% reduction, and then just like put them in slot 1 or something. Could we get that this run here? We can get that this run. Okay, really good, really nice. So we'll see what happens. What are the attack patterns here? He locked STR Mega, did he? I think he did, yeah. I'm probably just gonna keep STR Rose, honestly. Yeah, because this will also not buff Goku Black. That's pretty good. Okay, and we can keep him debuffed with the 40% attack debuff there. Okay, I'll probably just skip by this rotation. There's not really anything I need to show, so we'll be right back. Okay, so I wouldn't usually do this, but I'm gonna actually use a Sensu and put him in slot 1 because I want to just show his defensive like abilities here. I'm not going for like a no item run next. Let me reset this. I'm not going for like a no item run win. I just want to show what his defensive abilities could be, and I think that at least Zamasu will likely super slot 1, but Goku Black could very easily also super attack us instantly. So again, that's what I want to show off here. And with that, I'm actually also gonna just use this domain just so we can get some nice big numbers. It's kind of the idea here. And this also buffs the bosses, obviously, but again, on this turn, Sin has 100% damage reduction once we collect the 4 more key spheres, so we're looking quite good here on this turn. And I mean, let's just keep going for it. Ideally, we get supered here in slot 1. That's what I really want to see. at least one super attack. If Zamasu is supering at the end, I'll be very frustrated though. Or in the middle. Okay, there it is. Perfect. Again, this is gonna be like, this is gonna be double digits, right? I guess it could technically be like triple digits, but yeah, 60 damage, right? Wow, guys, that's yeah, obviously that's pretty good. It's really, really powerful what he does have like in his back pocket like that. And again, once a I can't even speak. Once Omega's domain goes up, things get really crazy. But I think this could have very nicely been a no item run, by the way. Even if I kept Sin in slot 2 here, because Omega was not gonna die to Rosé's super, and I wouldn't have used Omega's domain anyways. No second super, but that's fine. I mean, again, he has 100% reduction. We know what kind of damage he takes. Dang it, look at hello Omega, dude. He does a lot of damage. Which is very much why people are like, you know, there's definitely runs where you just straight up kill Rosé very soon. You just need to get lucky with canceling his super, or where his AoE is, where the super attack is. Like, I feel like a lot of things people aren't considering. Like, I mean, Rosé super's the end here. I would say the Shadow Dragons should be fine, actually. They have 69% reduction, and they would debuff him here. They would be fine. But I think S tier Nova would be fine actually as well. I guess in this situation with how the super attack was after the A and stuff like that, we hadn't even attacked him much this turn, but now, okay, well, like, we're a bit in trouble here because S tier Nova doesn't get all that reduction after attacking. Like, S tier Goku Black here. And again, this is with the domain up, being fair. Like, you don't usually want to use the domain, honestly, so I'm not really going to count it against him. But it does kind of suck that, you know, you can't really use the domain like that. I guess here we just did. If I get an item run here under my belt, that would be nice. And then I also want to hop over to the Gogeta fight, just because, like, there's no walking and things like that. And I think with type advantage, I would like to see what Sin takes from the Gogeta super at the end. I will be definitely very interested in that. Does this kill me? It could very well kill me. Even with the debuffs. Let's see. Yeah, it does not kill me. Awesome. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That's pretty good, honestly. We take those. We take those for sure. Yeah, Esther Omega being around with debuffing as well is really nice, but he's also, like, not even being close to fully built up either, I guess. Right? This guy still has a lot of attacks in him. Actually, we're gonna die here because of Nova. He dodged! Go! Nova got the dodge! Let's go! Thank you, Nova Shenron. Goodness. I really would like him to get defense when he receives an attack, though. Like, I don't know why that's not a thing he has, but it is what it is. And this should definitely just be a free win. I guess the only way it's not a free win is if Rosé supers and then AoEs instantly, and then somehow Tex Sin dies, but I think we'd be fine here. We're also going to put the Rainbow Friend there, of course, so there we go, guys. See, literally just, like, get it done, and it happens, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't like... It feels like that I complained a lot so far in this video, and I'm sorry for that if that felt like what it was the case. This is supposed to be a Tex Sin video, and, you know, I'm like, just complaining about this team. But, I want to get this video out as soon as possible for you guys, right? So there it is. Bam. No item run. Obviously, we did actually attack Zamasu first here, so we didn't even attack Goku Black first. Take that as you will, with what I was saying, you know. But let's hop over to the Gogeta fight. I'm not actually sure what I'm going to run there, to be honest, though. I guess we'll run Agel Rosé should be a good option. Because, I mean, Omega can super, or Gogeta can super just like straight off the bat. Okay, well, daily reset. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back here, and we're gonna, again, show Tex and Shenron against the super attack. Rosé should be fine, actually. There's just so many rainbow orbs. God, that's so not great. Rosé should actually live here because Gogeta doesn't super us instantly. Okay, this is good, but I would have liked to save the scores, but it's fine. Either way, we have support for Sin. We have the domain. I guess the domain does buff defense, but we're going to get this extra defense support. I'm pretty sure Gogeta doesn't super us like right away. Oh god, that hurt. That hurt a little bit too, but we're good now. Because now this guy has the 70% reduction now, and he's looking pretty good. I mean, yeah, AJ Rose, again, that first hit is a bit devastating, but if you know where the super attack is, especially in like this event where it's scripted, yeah, he took more damage than I thought he would still there, but that's pretty good. And again, that's without like him on a like that. To be fair, usually he's paired with like Rose, where he could at this point probably have the active skill support, but also the 80% attacking defense support is huge. And I mean, he still ate that pretty well for not supering first, right? I mean, in slot 2, he would eat that way better. So AJ Rose is quite good. So huge fan of that guy. And let's see, Tex and Shenron here again. I would like to get 4 supers. I think he actually eats this extremely well if he gets 4 super attacks off, as in potentially double digit range. I would not be surprised. It should, I would expect double digits or like at least around that level, because he still has what 60% damage reduction. He's nearing, like, he's over 4 mil defense here for sure, especially with this extra support and type advantage, right? So again, I just want to show this, and obviously, you know, type advantage is a huge matter when it comes to this, but we're gonna be talking about these characters against these bosses that are out right now. I'm not gonna be like, you know, get 9 damage. Like, we're gonna be talking about this character against the current bosses that are out, not like, you know, potential other bosses. I would say this character should also still be quite good for the Omega fight. I would think though the Omega fight is probably gonna be the hardest one for him, because I think that fight could last potentially closing in a bit 5 turns, and obviously locking could be an issue for him. But I think the Omega fight is probably the second hardest fight in the game right now. I would still say that the Goku Black and Zamasu fight is definitely harder, but anyways, that's Tex and Shenron. Very good, consistent damage, great orb changing, of course. Really good defensively, invincible turn 1. Like, this guy is so good right now for this current team. And, you know, him just being able to link up with the Omegas in a very good way is extremely nice too. But let me know what you guys think. And one other thing is that even if he is using other teams in the future, he's not restricted to like, oh, we need a Shadow Dragon ally or something on rotation. We need GT Bosses category characters. He's just doing what he does. So you could probably throw him on other teams in the future and he'll be very safe as an option too. So that's also really exciting. But let me know what y'all think. Again, I think I said it like twice, whatever. I always say that like twice. Like, I try to end the video, then I think of something, and then I say something, which is what I'm doing now. But anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.